Day 7, about 5:20 in the morning. Still at Standing Indian Shelter. Just wanted to comment real quick before I forget on the Z-Packs food bag, bear bag system. I didn't get the rock bag and the 550 quarter, the other line that they send with it, but I did get the bag. And y'all saw my hack if you watched my gear review. But I just employed it last night for the first time in the rain, and Cuban fiber is amazing. Poured all night, food is totally dry. Don't have an inner liner or anything, totally dry on the inside. And I have about 4.5–5 days of food in there when I hung it. This is pretty heavy. This is the carabiner it comes with. It's bar tacked. I went ahead and added my own little piece of gutted 550 cord and another little carabiner. And then when I hang it, I hang my bare line carabiner through those two, and it just distributes the weight across evenly, man. No issues. Of course, it was one night, but very windy, very rainy night, so good reviews on that. Alright, packing up, getting ready to go. It's still raining outside. Might delay for about 30 minutes, let it calm down a little bit, and then heading up Standing Indian Mountain, going up to over 5,000 feet for the first time. Alright, out. Comment on, it's still day 7. What are you eating for breakfast before you take off for the day? It's important. I see a lot of dudes just get up, eat Pop-Tarts and roll. For those who know about a little bit about nutrition anyway, you know, man, that's good for the short term, but you're not putting anything complex into your system in complex carbs. Man, it's good to get up and get some oatmeal in you. Or if you research and do whatever works for you if you don't like oatmeal. But I'm going to force myself every morning to get up and warm some up. I'd still eat 2 Pop-Tarts. I don't necessarily like the cheaper brands that you get at Walmart. But man, I'll eat the hell out of those 2 if I have to. I think they're Nature's Own, the kind I get. They're at least made with wheat flour. Whatever, man. They're still Pop-Tarts, but... So I'll eat 2 of those to get my simple carbs, that quick fuel to burn for early in the hike, and then eat a big bowl of oatmeal with hopefully some fruit, some dried cranberries or some raisins in it for that sustained energy starting off. Man, when you just eat something simple like a quick Pop-Tart and start walking, you're going to run out of energy really quick. So if that is your plan, because you don't like to eat breakfast, you got to start throwing something else down pretty soon on your walk, snacking while you go, and hopefully getting some protein and some slower burning carbs in you. Alright, out. On top of Standing Indian Mountain, you can see my personal altimeter hitting 5,500. The walk up wasn't that bad. I only had to stop one time. Good switchbacks, not too steep elevations. Good climb to start the day. After you get up on top of Standing Indian Mountain, you walk ridge lines for a while. Obviously, can't see anything. I wish I could, because I bet it's beautiful, but when I first started today, it was so foggy that you couldn't see really but about a foot in front of your feet while you're walking, so it was hard to even stay on the trail. I found myself walking up into the woods a couple of times. It's good to have a headlight that has variable high beams, though it drains your battery. Man, I found if I kick it up to the high setting, it'd burn through it a little bit better. Only had to do it for a little while. The whole top of Standing Indian Mountain and all of this ridge that I'm walking through has been burned out, and all around Standing Indian Shelter had been burned by the fires too, so keep that in mind. There's campgrounds up on top here of the mountain. I don't know if they're going to be, if you'll find a good spot or not. It isn't sitting in ash, but that could work in desperate situations. Carter Gap Shelter's just over the mountain, and like I say, if you get to Standing Indian Shelter, you're feeling pretty tired and you're trying to decide whether to push over the mountain or not, it's honestly not that bad. I probably did good stopping last night, but I probably could have pushed on. Alright, y'all, later. Because it's been raining, no views. I just been keeping my head down and pressing. This is very cool. Just talked to, it's Goodies Groves Hostel in Franklin. Plan is he's going to pick me up at 8:30 tomorrow morning at Winding Stair Gap, which means I need to stay at Rock Gap Shelter tonight, which, if you remember when we were looking at the book this morning, that was the farthest shelter. So it's going to turn this into a 19-mile day in the rain. Nothing better. So as I was talking to the owner of the hostel, Giddy's Grove again, I think's the name of it. He was saying, yeah, there's a big group that he just launched back this morning. He said there's a bunch of other people staying today, probably because of the rain. So I'll say this. Hey, look how cool this is. This is freaking amazing. This trail is just phenomenal. Yeah, so towns are going to make you weak. Now, there's going to be times where you just need to get the heck off the trail if you're having a bad experience or your mind's breaking down a little bit. Man, town might be the answer. But don't be scared of a little rain. If it's dangerous weather, then that's a different story. But if it's just rain, and get out here and press north. There's going to be other towns, but you need to push north, because the longer you stay in those towns, the more that bad little devil's sneaking in, trying to convince you to. Ooh, here's the overlook. Let's go see what we can see. Trying to convince you to. This is better. Staying in town is where you want to be. Go home. I bet that's beautiful when you see something. And the last thing is chow in town. That crap will make you weak. Don't be out there for 2 or 3 days straight eating that town chow. You gotta get back out on the trail. Eat that trail food. That's what's gonna make you hard. That's what's gonna make you put in them 20-mile days. It's that trail food. Being a little facetious, but it is true. The longer you stay in there, the weaker you're gonna get. Before I forget, little review on the ex officio pants. These things are incredible. If you go back to my gear video, I show them, and then down in the comments somebody asked what brand they were, and I think I answered it. So if you're still debating over pants, I would highly suggest at least just checking them out, see if they work for you. I hear that they're long for some shorter people, but for me they work great. A little dirty today. That zipper on the pants legs is awesome. I bought 2 knee braces in Hiawassee, just to hopefully help me get through the day a little bit better and not have to worry about so much swelling. And they seem to be working good. My knees are actually getting adjusted now, so I haven't had any reduction in mileage, but I digress. Yeah, so you can unzip the bottom of your pants legs and get those on, off, adjust your calf sleeve if you need to, adjust your knee braces if you need to. It's just fabulous. If I had bought pants without that kind of bottom, it'd just be frustrating. I'd have to stop and probably pull my pants down just to get to the knee braces. So something to think about. You're gonna have to make adjustments like me in the knee braces at some point on the trail. But yeah, good pants, ex officio. So just went over 100 miles, 0.5 back. Already done 12.9 today. It's 12:44. Still hadn't ate lunch, trying to make it to the next shelter. I'll eat lunch, recharge, and then make it on to Rock Gap Shelter. That doggone climb over Albert Mountain about killed me. Or Alberta. But anyway, that was a tough one. No views, socked in up there, so that's sad. But anyway, moving on. Day 7. Go ahead and round out the first week. Man, everywhere I've walked today's been burned. Everything since before I stopped last night has been burned. This place got burned alive. It doesn't really affect your hiking too much. It just sucks for the forest, but man, it's just part of nature. So things will come back even stronger. Man, long story about today. Got to Deep Gap Shelter, wore out. That's almost 20 miles. And it was jam-packed full, and then some, from I would say weekend campers, but just people who pulled their car up to the parking lot that's only about 0.2 away from the shelter, and then just come up there and occupied the dang shelter. So I didn't even stop, man. Kept going, thinking there'd be another good camping spot somewhere. Started climbing another monster hill. I finally found this spot, and man, it's all burned out. It's all kind of muddy and nasty, but I don't care. It ain't even a perfect pitch. I'm kind of, my head's gonna be a little elevated, but man, when you got this view, it just doesn't matter. As soon as I got up here and saw this view, the rest of the world's good. Alright, y'all, so into day 7, lessons learned. Really study the guidebook before you step off. It's raining this morning, so I kind of just like wanted to get on the road, get going. I knew where everything was, minus I didn't realize that climb up to Alberta Mountain was that steep. It took a lot out of me. I should have ate lunch before that. Good lesson learned, though. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Alright, y'all, we will talk to you tomorrow.